both built?
Yeah, just the busties with the little eyes.
Yeah. They probably white women in disguise.
Chocolate covered Edomites.
Chocolate covered Edomites.
He's this guy like undercover brother. He's like, yeah, that's a. Remember that, the undercover brother?
Oh, hell yeah. Eddie Gray. And Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle was. Oh man.
Yeah,
He actually killed that shit. He was actually funnier than fucking dude.
who else was in there? What's the white boy's name? He's funny too.
Yeah, Dave Chappelle is the king.
The Mark Lawrence too?
Oh hell yeah. Dave Chappelle's the man.
You ain't up on Dave Chappelle?
Dave Chappelle's the man right now.
Man, hey, once you've seen either the Prince skit or the Rick James skit or the motherfucking the Black Klansman, you ain't up on the Black Klansman? Niggas turn that shit down.
It might be dark. I don't see us. Yeah. I can hear us.
But you need to do something on your phone.
No. I was gonna say, see if that one. Yeah, see if that one's not wrong. It's just his phone.
Oh, you already live?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
but I can't see us. There's no picture.
Well, it's showing right here.
Right. Yeah.
You see them?
Right. But on this one, it's not showing it. Let's see. You see it? We on? Are we on that one? So I don't know.
Okay.
I can't see it on this one though.
Maybe you gotta go out. Maybe your phone, cause my phone be tripping too. I gotta shut it off or like reboot,
Hey, let me check.
reset it, and then it'll go back in. It'll be good.
Oh, there we go. We on. Back to monitor. Yeah. On the board. Need to. Yeah, we on, brother. We ready.
Come on, all right.
Whenever you're ready, brother.
I'm hitting play. I was gonna hit play, and then that went off. And video. All right, I'm running.
Brothers ready?
Yeah.
All right. Shalom.
Shalom.
Brother Hebrew Israelites out here once again to prophesy the downfall of so-called America, which is Babylon the Great, to bring out this truth to you so-called Negroes, so-called Hispanics, and so-called Native Americans that are the true people, okay, of the Bible, okay, the Lord's children. And well, before we get started, we're going to face the east, give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, and Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of the great millstone, from which you learned his truth. Peace and blessings to the house of David, doing his work with all righteousness, truth, and sincerity. And we want to say shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom. And we're just going to go in the spirit, Lord willing. You know, it'll be edifying, you know, to someone that's listening. Anybody got a preset? Start off with a preset? If not, then
Yeah.
you got one?
Yeah, let's do it. It's, Isaiah chapter 47, verse 1.
Right.
Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Right, old virgin daughter of Babylon. Why? Because this place, so-called America, has not been touched, okay, by war. You see, you had the little skirmishes. Okay, you had false events. You see, on 9/11. Okay, Pearl Harbor. Okay, that was all. Those were all inside jobs.
Right.
Okay, the so-called America has not been touched. Okay, by real war. Not yet.
Well, you had Little Bush. What we want weapons of mass destruction. Went to go look for weapons, and then there was none there.
Right.
So you had these wars that they it was basically the war machine, right? Because war is money, especially for the elite.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And
All
that's
wars
even what
are
this
bankers'
thing,
wars. Yeah.
That's even what they're doing now. This whole thing, Iran opened up the Strait of Hormuz, and then Trump refused to leave. He said he still got the blockade. So then today Iran said, "Fuck, we're going to close it back up. We're going to close it back up again because these guys are not moving." Well, it's not beneficial for them to move because guess what? That war machine, they're making money. The stock market is making a lot of money off of this war.
Yeah, but the key right now is America being touched. America hasn't been touched.
No.
Yeah, and the uranium. Well, yeah.
That's why it can wage war all over the world and be unafraid, while
Right.
all the rest of the nations right now are having their people, practice maneuvers and drills and finding out what's the best route to the bunker and things of that nature. Americans are just told, hey, keep living deliciously, keep moving because, hey, can't nobody touch us. We got the greatest defense in the world, the Atlantic and the Pacific.
Right.
But that's soon going to be crossed, and America is going to be touched with that very same thing, like the brother was explaining, that it likes to push out. America loves pushing out war, but it hasn't had it brought to its own shores by another nation yet.
Can you give me Psalm 140 and verse 1? Yeah, because there hasn't been any a real war here on this soil yet, not from another country.
Right,
See?
right.
So that's why it hasn't been popped, man. The virgin, a virgin hasn't been popped, meaning she hasn't been penetrated.
Yes.
And this place is getting ready to be penetrated by the missiles.
Yeah, since it extricated, the French, the British, and the Spaniards. Ever since it hasn't had another nation that's come up against it on these shores.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Besides Israel, right? Geopolitically,
Right.
That's why they're in control. They have the power.
Right.
They have the power seat geopolitically as far as politics, right? Because they moved people in the higher ranks within their system. They got control inwardly, right?
They use subtlety.
Subtlety,
When you look at Israel, it's more like they did what Cyrus did in the Babylonians. It was a surgical strike.
But
so
it was politically.
They run America, but they use your own, the face of your own people to do it.
Right. Right here. This is Al Jazeera. It says business and economic. Iran's war, big winners, right? So it's talking about the war.
Right.
Who's the big winners within this war, right? It says Wall Street, weapons framers, AI, and green energy.
Yeah.
That's because that's where everything is potentially going as far as what they don't want you to be able to use fire. They want you to use everything electric, your stove, your car, everything, so they can pay. They can make you pay, so they can have you control on the grid, something that they can control on real time. Once they implement the MOTB, they on real time they can tell whether you paid your bill or not, or even they might just take it out itself and make it pay it for you. And then if you don't got your electric maybe, but you don't have no food to cook with your electric stove, right? And they don't give a damn, but you're gonna pay your bills and everything is gonna be, and your taxes are gonna get paid. You're not gonna skirt the taxes, or you're not gonna be able to have a job under the table, right?
It's gonna come right out of your UBI.
Right.
What did Klaus Schwab say? He said you shall own nothing and be happy.
Right.
That's what they want.
And that's what they set up with this. What you were
Setting that
saying?
up,
Why they've never been attacked? And if
Right.
they do, it's a false flag, or it's control opposition.
Right.
Right.
Yep. Keep going.
Oh,
Actually, you know what? Yeah.
it says it says just the global economy.
On the precept.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, the global economy outlook for 2026 looks grim if Iran war continues, but some industries are booming.
Yeah. That's like you said. They're a war machine. They're a money making machine. And this is what they do, man. Ultimately, they want full control of everything. They already control, a lot, but now they want to be in control of every single aspect of every single person's life, man.
Right. Well, that's what the whole thing of this war in the Middle East. And I just keep, like I said, I'm gonna keep saying it and keep bringing it up because those people in the Middle East are basically going unchecked. They're out in the middle of nowhere and there's no grid, so they have to come in. That's why they're not gonna move. They have to come in and set up a grid and have them under the MOTB, man.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
So it says, sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans.
It's in the dust.
Sit on the ground.
It's on the ground. Okay.
We already said the dust. The dust
Oh, yeah,
went
okay.
first, and then the ground.
Yeah. Read it again for the top, brother. Salaki.
It says, come sit down.
Right.
Come down and sit in the dust,
Right.
O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Con.
Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans.
Right. Because this place getting ready to lose its position of power. What's the throne? It's where a king sits. Rulership. You see, and only when the Lord comes back, makes his return, you can't have two sit on the throne. It's only going to be one ruling, and that's going to be Yahweh, of course, and you have Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, this is who the kingdom is for. It's for his dear son Yahweh Shai. Then in turn, it's for the rest of the Israelites. Okay, beginning with the elect.
If I can just add to
Yeah,
what
go
you're
ahead.
saying, in that time, there'll be no throne. All kingdoms will be put under the authority of Yahweh Shai and the Israelites. That's why it says he has many crowns. You know what I mean?
Hey, you want to grab that? We'll grab that first, bro. Hold that. Grab.
Right. Which basically you got to start with the number one guy first. It's like when you like they tell you when you go to prison, they say beat up the biggest, toughest guy first. You know, so then no one else will mess with you. You know, and it's kind of like that's the sentiments of the Lord. He's coming after the biggest, toughest guy, right? Because that's how he got his praise in the time of Egypt. You know what I mean? What would make sense for the Lord to come against one of those little those little tribes that was in like the Canaanites or something? Did that get the Lord praise? No. The praise that it got is because he went against Egypt, and then even all the land, even before we got there, they was like, we already heard. We heard of what happened.
Right.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, that's what's gonna happen. You gotta take down the biggest, toughest guy, so they can say, hey man, we heard about what happened. And this time being the digital time, what it says the revolution will be televised, man.
Oh, yeah.
And the Most High, hey, when you think about that, the Most High made him the biggest, toughest guy.
Right.
Just to beat up on him.
Just to beat him up.
Just to beat him up.
Right.
Scuff him up.
Yeah.
Hit him
Made him the
everywhere
bully.
and
Hey, build him up to make him the bully on the block.
Yeah.
Hey, ain't nothing like beating up the bully on the block. Hey, it showed that in Friday. It changed the dynamics of the hood.
Yeah.
Right? Debo was the bully on the block. Craig beat him, and it changed the dynamics in the block, man. Now all of a sudden everybody looking up to Craig.
You ain't had to have nothing on his
Right.
40 ounce no more.
Yeah, you didn't have nothing on his 40 anymore. Yeah. You know, he had to go down the way. If he was doing that, he had to go down the way and check some of them other people. But on that block, nah, that ain't popping.
Well, remember to say he never go do that to those other fools.
Yeah, he don't do it to them.
He didn't do it to them.
Right. And you're gonna have to find somebody else to do it too. But the whole thing is, the thing with Esau is he's about to be chased out of the world.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have no one else to go do it to.
No.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, yeah, and that's because literally, he's already looking at his next list of people he wants to bully. He's ready to bully Cuba. He's already in the process.
Well, he already been bullied
Cuba.
because them being out of power is because of them.
Yeah,
they haven't had
ready to
power.
invade Cuba.
Yeah.
Though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
All kind of shit. You know, these those tiny tops are ready to invade Turkey, and that ain't gonna go well for them. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah, time. This is Habakkuk 2, and I'll get right to it, verse 5. And it reads, yea, also because he transgresses by wine, his philosophies, his little laws and policies he makes, the way he gives the world something else to think in, the way things should go, he is a proud man. It says,
It calls him the most proud.
most proud, right?
Jeremiah 51 chapter. Calls him the most proud, man.
And he don't mind telling you how proud he is. How he's got the greatest military. And his military is great when they beating up on Mexicans.
Right.
People that don't have a military. You go into Venezuela and rough them up and you think, oh, we're the biggest, baddest because we can murder a bunch of people with inferior weapons and no real desire to want to get at them.
Right. It's like a high school senior
Right.
beating the shit out of
Yeah.
beating a 7th grader. You know,
Freshman.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, when the dude went into that chick's house with all the kids, he was knocking the little kids around. Marlon Wayans? Remember that movie?
Don't be a menace.
Yeah, Don't Be a Menace, when he was beating up all the little kids. That's America, man.
Yeah.
America loves beating up on people that can't resist it. But it ran up on some folks now that, it ran up on them folks. And they handed you the fox. It says, neither keep it at home.
Right.
You know, these things speak for themselves.
Yeah.
He's everywhere.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you got military bases everywhere.
Everywhere.
U.S. embassies everywhere.
Right.
He's in everybody's business.
Right.
Yeah, but he's not doing it because he's trying to be
He loves
righteous.
you.
No.
No.
Yeah, he don't love you.
No.
He's trying to steal your shit, man.
And that, hey, it's crazy how, like, hey, the apostle, when the apostle said the words are literally leaping off the page, man. It says, who enlargeth his desire as hell. Was he over there in Venezuela to take their oil? Why is he in Iran to take their oil? To take their other
uranium.
resources, the
Uranium.
uranium. You know what I mean? Everywhere he goes, it's not for your benefit, it's for his and
Yeah.
your demise. It says, and is as death.
Right. Everywhere. Oh, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
No,
brother.
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, brother, that no matter where he goes, this is what he brings, man. He brings death with
Yeah,
him.
confusion, death, disease, pestilence, plague, you know what I mean? Chaos, anarchy. There's
Yeah.
nothing he brings into the world that's of any true value to the world. But he swears through his pride that everything he does is of value. You know what I mean?
Right.
He cannot be satisfied. Man.
Well, you can't be satisfied because it goes into, we go to Revelations 18, it says even the souls of men. That's why he's pushing the MOTB.
Yeah.
So it's not enough that they're going to have the entire world.
Right.
He wants your soul.
Right.
Everybody got to get micro C hip so that way he can control and he take your soul because that's what they want to do. Use take the God gene, remember?
Sit on the sides of the north showing himself he is.
The God. Yeah.
Right.
That he is the power. That's
You
going
know?
to be the power. But remember they were talking about that
Yeah.
job they wanted to take
Yeah.
the God gene
And the
from
juicy
him?
juice.
Yeah, the juicy
Yeah.
juice. Yeah, the juicy juice.
Yeah.
Right.
People were saying that too. Like, I no longer
Feel
feel
the
God.
presence of God. Yeah.
You know what I mean? This shit was intentional.
The last enemy is death.
It says, you
No.
wanted to cut in? Okay,
No,
let me,
go ahead,
I'll
bro.
finish it out. But gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people.
You got it.
So essentially, and we're, you know, again, it needs not interpretation. What is he doing? He's gathering unto himself all nations because the great separation is happening now.
Right.
Like everybody knows, we're going into a digital era. So
Right.
all of these big nations are trying to gather unto themselves all of the resources that they can accommodate. Because when everything switches over, you know, these families, what is it, 13 families?
Thank
You
you,
know what I
families.
mean? And each one of these nations, they have a certain amount of them. And they're not loyal to each other. The only loyalty they have is taking everything you have. You know what I mean? But if they could take each other's wealth as well, trust and believe.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, a lot of that's for the data centers too, because
Yeah.
the what is it? The battery for the Tesla,
Oh yeah.
it corrodes.
Yeah.
It breaks down, it corrodes. But the only thing that actually stops it from corroding is silver. So now they have to capitalize it with silver. So silver's going to be going up, and silver's going to be very important. So now you're going to have that market. So now they're trying to get all that. So therefore, they're trying to get the certain things that help build the chips, the micro C. Those uraniums and the different things, gold and these different precious minerals, going to help them build the missiles, right? Because they're still on the mission to build more missiles on top of it. So between the micro C hip, the batteries for the so-called smart cars, and the missiles and the micro C hip, this is what they're doing, and not to mention those data centers, because those data centers are taking so much energy, so they need to be able to figure out how to use the minerals, the precious minerals, to make sure that those data centers keep running.
And as you speak on that, this is why all roads right now are leading to them trying to put China in a particular position.
Right.
Because what does China hold? China holds the bulk of the rare earth minerals needed for them to do all of these things.
Especially
And
I
they
just listened to
can't
that.
leverage, right?
I just
Everything you
listened to
just
that.
mentioned, China is the one that has the leverage with the
Right.
rare earth.
Because China has the they were just saying China's gonna hold back on the solar.
Yeah.
So they need the
yeah.
solar panels from China,
Yeah.
and China's basically saying they ain't gonna sell it to America.
Right. And basically, when the Orange Chitolini put the sanctions on everybody, that's when China went back at him with, well, then we're not giving you rare earth for all of your weaponry, for all of your chips, for all of the things you need. Now, the fact is, China doesn't have the market completely on rare earth. It's just that they're the ones that do the refining. They're the ones that,
Build,
that
yeah,
have
they
the,
want the
the infrastructure built to bring it to a
Fruition,
product.
Yeah.
Right, you know what I
To
mean?
reality, yeah.
And it would take way too long for these people to catch up to make that happen.
Right.
You know, on a global scale like they want. So now they, and again, what does he do? He takes other people's stuff. So he's looking to find ways to manipulate and put China in a position where he can just take it.
Right, because this fight is really,
Right.
it ain't really against Iran.
No,
It's really the fight is
it's
against China.
Right.
So this is really like a proxy war for China.
Right.
Against China.
And
That's why they're
China's-
not leaving.
yeah, No.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why China's giving Iran, through its companies, they've given them satellite. So that has already come out that they've given them they launched the satellite in China and then handed it over to Iran like a couple of weeks later.
Well,
You know
right
what I mean?
now, right now, Iran's in a I just read a thing saying Iran's in an internet blackout. So right now they can't get any internet. Right now in Iran, all of Iran has no internet right now.
Well, if I may, it's not that they're blocked out. What it is that they're not letting, they got like a firewall up. So other countries, because that's how Israel and America was coordinating, attacking them through being able to look in and get into their internet. So they still have it. They just have firewalls set up
Well,
so
the people can't
outside people can't get in there.
Well, their
and
people,
do
their
damage.
citizens don't have it.
But like
Just
if you
they
watch
do.
Professor Morandi, he's always, and he'll tell you, you know, they have it there, they just don't have it where it's outside interference
where
to
you
be.
can be-
Right. Like these nations have setups where they can lock it off and you can't access it from outside, but they can have a limited internet within there.
Bandwidth.
Right. Which is a protection mechanism because America and Israel, like Israel, when they were sending out those pager bombs, or those little cell phones, they were using
signal,
and picking up. So you know you always gotta be careful when you're dealing with these people, man.
Yep. I got this precept. He said he is as death.
Right.
This is 1 Corinthians 15, verse 23. It says, but there is an order to this resurrection. The anointed was raised as the first of the harvest.
Right.
Then all who belong to the anointed will be raised when he comes back.
The elect of the elect,
Right.
the elect of Israel.
Yeah. The point's a little lower, but I'm just getting all the meat. It says, and after that, the end will come. When he will turn the kingdom over to the Most High, the Father, listen, having destroyed every ruler and authority and power.
Right.
Saying who's in power right now? Esau.
Every authority.
Every-
Right. That's why it's
authority.
said many
Well,
crowns.
now grab that now. Revelation 11:15. Yeah. About the shot. Real quick,
Right there.
Start at 14.
Right.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 11 and verse 14. Come. It says, Yahweh Shah Mashiach shall reign forever.
Come on, bro.
Verse 14, the second woe is past.
Right. We're speaking about what? World War II?
Behold, the third woe come quickly.
Right. The third will come quickly, man. World War III, man. Which is going to be fought with what? With it says what? With fire, man. It should be with fire. Keep going.
Verse 15, and the seventh angel sounded, and there were great voices in heaven, saying, the kingdom of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord and of his anointed.
Right.
And he,
And is that kingdoms with an S? which is
yeah,
plural.
kingdom, that's right.
So all of
Right.
these kingdoms so Russia ain't coming back again after.
No, 1,000 years.
Right.
Sneak attack.
Yeah, sneak attack.
You know.
And he shall reign forever and ever.
Right, yeah. Hey, there you go. Yeah, definitely. Forever and ever.
Yeah. So, hey, once the Lord comes back, man, okay, he's going to take down Esau out of the poverty position, and that's in turn going to take down all these rulerships.
Well, they're all interconnected because the dollar is, even though they're doing a de-dollarization, the dollar is so interwoven into society. Once the dollar collapses, they're all going to collapse.
It's all going to go
It's
down.
all going to come down.
It goes even deeper.
Once
than
America
that.
comes down.
It goes all the way back to that Talmud.
Right.
In order to bring Israel down, all of these nations banded together.
Yeah, right.
And they put him as the head,
head.
all of that. And so,
Right.
you know.
Well, yeah, then that's the hit list. The hit
Yeah.
list. Psalms 83 is
So
the
like
hit
you
list.
said, when they go down,
They
it's
all
basically
are
a chain
domino
reaction.
effect,
Because these other nations, you know, like the tiny tops, they not fixing to keep waging war on people if America goes, hey, we out. Whatever you do what you do, and we're not going to be involved. You think they're going to keep waging war on all these nations?
Well, they
gonna
could
settle down.
because they can make Russia do it. Because Russia's they're all financially bound to the elite. They all owe them, so they can make any country want. But just America has the best military. That's why they're using America, because America really could beat all of them. But that's why it's going to take all of them to defeat America. It's going to take every country out there to defeat America. That's why this whole thing is going to escalate. Because that's why even their mother and their allies are going to shoot missiles on them. Right? Because that's what's going to take to bring this thing down.
Well, that's the nation the Lord chose.
Right.
That Babylon the Great, man.
Right.
Babylon has been a golden cup in my hand.
Right.
Which made with all the nations that are drunken. So all these nations,
they're mad. They're mad. It says that they're mad.
Well, yeah,
And they're self-proclaimed the greatest. Because why America has been able to project, and that's a key word, project. It projects violence throughout the world. But what does it have? The Atlantic and the Pacific to keep it protected. But, you know, hey, the Most High is going to remove that protection from you, you know? And this is why we understand, too, that there's going to be things happening in America before these missiles. There's going to be a level of destruction in this place before the missiles hit, you know?
Somewhere on there. Yep. Go ahead and grab that, brother. Grab that real quick.
It's Revelation 21:1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away.
Right, this first earth age, man. Okay, the scripture says what Esau is the end of the world, okay, and Jacob's the beginning of it that follow it. Keep going.
And there was no more sea.
No more sea. Okay, meaning there's going to be no more of these rulerships, man. No more of these other nations will ever rule again. Let me back that up real quick. This is Daniel 7 verse 2. It says, Daniel spake and said, I saw in my vision by night, and behold, the four winds of heaven strove upon the great sea, and the four beasts, and the four great beasts, which is talking about those four major rulerships, right? You have what Syrian, Babylonian captivity, the Medo-Persian captivity, you had the Greek captivity, and you had the Roman captivity, which there's two waves of it. It says, and the four great beasts came up from the sea, diverged from one another. So when it says there was no more sea, meaning there's going to be no other rulership that is ever going to rule again.
The sea meaning people,
right? Besides the Lord, man.
And that goes back to the beast with the deadly wound that was healed. You know
right?
what I mean?
Ultimately come back now. During the time of the Renaissance period. Right. I got a little bit more for you, brother, on that. 1 Corinthians 15, verse 25. It says, for the anointed must reign until he humbles all his enemies beneath his feet.
Man.
Listen, and the last enemy to be destroyed is death.
Hey, and how's he going to humble his enemies? What did he say? You are my battle axe and weapons of war. That's right. Once he puts down this devil, he's going to use his people to subdue the rest of these nations, man, and put them in full subjection. You know, they're going to have to serve that humility the same way we got humiliated.
Yeah, we were humbled.
Yeah, we got humbled, man. To have your woman taken from you?
Yeah.
To be sodomized in front of a whole group of people just to show them that what they can do to the most powerful of you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All of the abominations and the atrocities that they've done to us to receive that derby dose. You know what I mean? All of these damn things. This man is scum. He really is, man.
Yeah.
You know?
The basis of all men.
And all of these other ones, they received the benefits of what this degenerate did and claim to have no involvement. But you happily take place in the reward of his actions.
Right.
That which automatically is like these damn tiny tots. You bring upon the word of the Most High upon yourself when you automatically take the indignation that goes with it for the wickedness that you bring about.
Yeah.
And that's what you people that have reaped the reward of what America has done.
Yeah.
And stand proudly on it.
Yeah.
You basically have brought condemnation upon your own heads.
Yeah, everything they bring forth is nothing but wickedness,
Right.
violence, and this is that violent man.
Man, when I say you
This is him.
weigh your violence in the earth.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I got
That's
one point.
something,
Yeah. Yeah, it says Jeremiah chapter 50, verse
Oh, can I
23.
just add one more thing to that too? And that death that the brother's talking about, that's only for the Israelites, man. Death is swallowed up for the Israelites. The rest
Yeah.
of you nations, no, you still live
And
a
die.
mortal,
Yeah.
Yeah, mortal life. Yeah,
Life.
live and die. Yeah.
you live and die.
Yeah.
You're gonna go do it, man.
Yeah, that's actually, yeah, I know you're talking about death.
Swallowed up. Yeah, we're gonna live forever.
Yeah, the mortal should become immortal.
Mortal, yeah.
Right.
But even as, like you said, the point was that Esau, he is as death.
Oh, yeah.
So he's gonna be taken down,
Yeah.
and so will be this carnality,
Yeah.
his body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's both, it's both.
yeah,
Go
both.
back to dragging
Yeah,
your knuckles
qualified,
on the ground
qualified.
again. Yeah. come.
It says, it says Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon, right, which is the daughter of Babylon,
Right.
become a desolation among the nations?
You got it, brother.
Oh, well, basically that's it. Through Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is coming to take the kingdom of his father, which ultimately the father is going to give it unto him, which he's going to give it to King David and 144,000, and by proxy of elimination, so to speak, we get it too, because what we're the Lord's people.
Joint heirs.
Yahweh Shai is an Israelite, right?
Yeah,
So,
That's it.
so it's a beautiful thing, especially when you're dealing with the Lord's not waiting on all of Israel to come back. He's dealing with the elect, right? And that's a beautiful thing, right? Because the Lord said if a nation will repent, the entire nation, see, but the Lord ain't looking and waiting for the entire nation of Israel to repent, right? Because that nation is going to represent, because it's us, right? The hopeful elect, which will be the elect, right? Because that's the government body. Because mountain meaning government, right?
Yeah.
So that's what it is. That mountain, that government is going to reign
Right.
over all kingdoms of the earth. It says,
yeah, hold on, but let him bring us out real quick. You said we're going to be, you're going to have the kingdom. It's going to be a righteous order, right?
Right.
You're going to have the Yahweh Shai, King David. So go ahead and grab that real quick.
It's Romans chapter 8, verse 16.
okay,
The Spirit itself bears witness with our spirit
Right. The Spirit itself bears with our spirit. Keep going.
that we are the children of Yahweh.
Right. Because the Lord put His Spirit upon us. That's how we know who we are, man. You see, through the power and Spirit of the Lord. We didn't just wake up one day and now we're Israelites. No. The Lord put the Spirit upon us to understand who we are. And we understand through prophecy, and that's speaking about us. You see? Keep going.
Verse 17. And if children, then heirs, heirs of Yahweh, and joint heirs
See?
with Yahweh Shai Mashiach.
You see? So Yahweh Shai, when he gets his kingdom, yeah, there's going to be a righteous order set up. Okay, but all Israel, okay, is going to be righteous. It says, my people should be all righteous. So we're all going to take part, okay, in having the kingdom. You see?
Come.
That's good, brother.
That's good, brother?
That's, come.
I'm going to just finish this,
Yeah, no,
this
continue.
point. Jeremiah 50 and 24, and I have laid a snare for thee. Right?
Yeah.
Going into this whole thing is a snare.
Yeah.
You know, to puff you up, to trust in your technology. It's a snare. right? The trusting that the Lord you've been ruling for so long, it's a snare to you, right? You got this great military, you got Netanyahu behind you, you got a lot of things going for you, but that's all going to be a snare because you see you're basically waging war in the valley of Yehoshaphat. That's a trap.
Yeah.
That's a snare. He got you right where he needs you because you're not leaving that place.
Right.
You're not leaving there. Even if you decided to pack up when Iran opened the straits and then you packed up and left, you are definitely coming back and you're not leaving. Right? It's a snare, right? It's a trap for thee, and thus are also taken old Babylon, which is America.
Right.
And thou was not aware.
Yes, not aware.
Right, yeah. And that's what it is. It also tells you that in that there's no understanding in him.
Right.
Right? In Obadiah.
Right.
Because when you don't have you're not aware.
Yeah.
You don't have no understanding of what's really going on. That the prophets are telling you what's going to happen before it happens, but the only thing you could come up with is those are the prophets of doom. Well, it's your doom.
Right.
The day of doom.
Day of doom,
right?
Yeah, yeah. Because even in the previous chapter, verse 49, chapter 49, Jeremiah, is there any more wisdom in Timon?
You're right.
Right. Because they don't have no understanding.
Right. It says, "Thou art found and also caught."
Right.
Woo.
Yeah.
And you're found and caught, right? Because you're basically going back into Genesis. You were the it said that he was to be a vagabond.
Vagabond.
Right? And the vagabond is traveling. You're basically you're trying to duck justice.
Right.
You're trying to duck your justice, but this time you're caught.
Yeah, you're trying to be everybody else but who he is.
Right. But that's what you do when you're a fugitive. You're hiding, you're putting a mask, you're putting on things. You give a alias name, you give you give a false identity. Hey, and that's what he got. He's a identity thief, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you do. You commit identity theft, trying to hide who you are. But now you're caught. And also caught because thus has striven against Yahweh.
Damn.
Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Makapadash.
Yeah, because everything he does is in a contradiction to what the Lord said in the scriptures, man. He doesn't follow what the Lord said to do.
Nah.
He goes, everything he does is against the Lord. You see? That's why, like the brother said, it's going to be a trap. The Lord has this man in the trick bag. Can you grab that real quick, brother?
Psalm 7 and 7.
Where it says, oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end. Okay. I believe it's 7 and 7.
I got one real quick.
Go ahead, brother.
It says, Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 7, Babylon had been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand that made all nations drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, where therefore the nations are mad. Right? Going into basically what you were speaking about.
Yeah. They've gone mad. Okay. They're mad in the mind, but they're also pissed off because all this man has done is bring what? Wickedness to them. Funky wine, man. Feminism, okay, democracy, okay. Everything this man pushes is ass backwards, man.
As death.
As death.
Right.
Death.
Yeah. Right, because two men don't bring life. Two women don't bring life. That's death. Right? So that's like a form of what they call it?
Genocide.
Yes, genocide. Yeah, but it's a form of what they do when you take the pill, like the Plan B pill. What's that called?
Abortion.
Abortion. Yeah. Well, abortion, but it's more like a population control. It's a way to push population control in a sense, in a way that they try to make it seem like, well, it's because they love each other, so we can't do nothing about that. You love who you love, right? There's no, you know what I'm saying? So now they can't take the blame.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like you were saying about them being the devil being the criminal of the earth. You know, he has to step back and make it look like it wasn't him. Well, you gotta love who you love, and everything is love, except for when it's time for him to do things. Now there's no love, there's no mercy. No, we have to do it, because of October. What was it? The October 10th or whatever. Yeah. Well, we have to defend ourselves. We have the G side. We have the G side millions of people because of October.
He wraps wickedness in pseudo love.
Right.
It's pure wickedness, but he wraps it in this thin veil of love.
Right.
And then the people run with it like, oh, see, it's so much love. You know, and we seeing that. If I just add,
go.
we're seeing that in these
Portal
brain
houses.
chips.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And things of that nature. Everybody thinks it's love. Oh, look, he can walk now.
Right, right.
What price is he paying of his own soul
Right.
for that?
Right, and you're wicked because you're not with that.
Right. You know what I mean? Hey, those that give good for evil and evil for good.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they present this thing as though it's this heavenly thing, but in all actuality, it's bringing death.
Right, yeah. So like, say if you drop off 10 men on an island,
Right.
and 100 come back 100 years later, all you're gonna
They're
find
all
is
dead
bones,
bodies.
man.
Maybe.
But you drop off a man with 9 women. What are you gonna have there?
You're gonna have
You got families. You know?
And you're gonna have a city. You're gonna,
Yeah,
you're gonna have a nation.
Nation,
A
yeah.
thriving society. you
Striving
know?
society. Yeah, you're gonna have a
And the
nation.
busted part is, you said 9, but when you look at early America, you could drop a man off with 1 woman. Give him about 13 years, he'd have 13 babies.
Right.
Yeah,
know what I mean?
but you know you do want
You want
diversity.
to
You gotta have variety,
You gotta have a couple.
Yeah. No,
because you don't want them
I'm
all
not
look the
saying
same.
that.
You don't have to.
When you look at
you don't have to
certain
commit.
people, they have gang of kids, man.
Right,
Some
right.
women are built to just,
You see Gilligan? We know Gilligan should have did away with all those men.
Man.
Gilligan would have been good.
Yeah, they wouldn't have no choice but to be with Gilligan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gilligan should have. Yeah.
imagine the Goofy Island, that would have been
That would
good.
have been goofy as fuck, man.
Bunch of dumb degenerates.
You ever watch Gilligan's Island, brother? You know that show?
Yeah, but, continue on.
You don't know about those Ginger and Marianne?
It says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed.
Yeah.
Right? And that's basically what this whole thing of what they're trying to do. They're trying to heal it. They're trying to push forth the MOTB, lock down the whole globe, basically take the souls of men by having everybody micro C hit, and they're gonna heal their rulership, right?
Right.
And that's like a way to stay in rulership. Because if they can micro C hit everyone, there's no need for the Lord to come back, right? There's no need the Lord to come back for His people. Hey, no, we're the ruling class people,
Right.
and now we've ruled things based on our technocracy, right?
And-
Now
and-
we're God.
And also that's the what is that when they put the all through the ear?
Digital all,
Yeah,
digital
so
all,
he's
digital
basically marking you as his personal property.
Yeah.
So at that stage, you know, hey, there's
It's
nothing
like
to
a
come back
perpetual
to,
slave,
right?
yeah.
And that's why the scripture says,
Wow.
if he doesn't come back, no flesh would be saved.
Right.
You know what I mean? There'd be nobody to come back and rescue if he was able to chip everybody.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, and that's their way of trying to heal it. You know, because this whole thing of what they're doing, you know, because there's two things. What is it called? The Greater Israel. If they can take over that land from the Red Sea to the Euphrates, then now they can say that they fulfill prophecy.
They fulfill prophecy. That
But
they're
then
the people. That they're the people.
They're
now.
the people now.
Right.
But then also, it's a way that they can close in and make sure that everybody's on the grid, right? So it's going to serve two purposes. It's going to be two birds with one stone.
They're gonna control it all.
everything. Yeah, that's how they're going to control
And
it.
not paying attention that they are fulfilling prophecy. They're the bastard dwelling in
Yeah.
Ashdod.
Yeah.
Well, the
That,
micro see it. They're pushing the micro. Yeah, that's
Hey,
prophecy.
that
Right.
the Most High will have war with
Amalek
Amalek
forever.
from generation to
Generation.
generation.
Right.
While they calling other people Amalek. The nation would be divided amongst the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Right.
That nation is split in half. So you really are, you know what I mean, fulfilling, just not the one that you proclaiming to fill.
Right. Yeah.
You're
That's-
fulfilling prophecy though.
Oh yeah, once they do that, they can say they have the entire. Because right now they don't have. Because Jake like to say, "Well, you're in our land." No, they don't actually have the entire land. The land would be from the Red Sea or from the what's it called, the Nile to the Euphrates,
Yeah.
and then that will be our entire land.
Yeah, they
so
actually
they're
have
not,
a-
they don't. They just have a little
small
smidgen.
part, yeah, they have a small
They don't
part.
have our land.
Yeah,
So,
I don't even
you
think
know-
they have Judah's section. They call themselves Judah, but Judah was lower than where
Yeah,
they're
southern
at.
where they're at. Yeah,
Yeah.
in the southern
You know,
part.
but
Yeah,
yeah, when you
because the
look at the
ruins, the
map,
city of
yeah.
David is still in ruins.
Right.
If you ever visit there, I didn't ever see, but I seen it on the thing, on YouTube or whatever. But they showed that the city of David is still there, it's in ruins, right? So, yeah, so they're not even in the southern part. Yeah, no, they don't have the whole entire thing.
Right.
No. So, but that once they do this, they can say they do.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, 2 birds, 1 stone. Now you got everybody Michael C. hit. Now you have that land from there to there, you know, and now they can say they fulfilled their enterprise, right? But then that's when the Lord said what? That He's going to put them in straits, right? That while they're eating.
There's one more verse, right?
Oh yeah. So Babylon is suddenly fallen. Oh yeah. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let her and let us go, everyone into his own country, right? Because that's everybody's going to start abandoning this place. Yeah,
and they're doing it now.
Yeah,
they're doing it now.
But they're going to really do it in that time, because there's nothing, because you know there's still Ishmaelites still here. There's still the so-called Chinese, and you know, and of course China must be still trading, because if China stopped trading with us, we're like this. We would have been done.
Right.
So they're giving you this smoke and mirrors about the Strait of Hormuz. It's China. If China stops sending stuff to us, we in trouble, because pretty much like your brother was saying, everything comes from China.
Yeah, we'll so-called America.
So that means things are still coming through from China.
Yeah.
So we're kind of floating still. We're still, you know.
Well, so-called America's #1 import nation in the world, man. Import
everything. Yeah, everything comes in.
Everything comes in.
We don't make nothing anymore.
No, they make all these nations money. That's
why
why
China doesn't have the ego like Salat.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say China doesn't have the ego like America has. They have one, but they're willing to allow, hey, Trump, say whatever you want. We don't care.
We're making the money.
You still gonna do what we wanted you to do, and you can say you won. You can say you kicked our ass. Okay.
Right.
Just make sure that money come in when it's supposed to come in.
Yeah, on time. Yeah.
Pay them bills. Pay them bills.
Pay that money when you pay what you owe.
Good.
Or we'll show your people who actually won.
Right. Yeah, good. So let us go, everyone, into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven. See?
Right.
Yeah, that's when they're gonna really be ready to go out of here. Hey, whoa, judgment's happening. All sorts of calamities, everything fast.
Yeah.
Right? Because once they push the MOTB, things are gonna start going fast.
Yeah.
And then people can go, oh well, there's no benefit in America, which people are, like you said, people are starting to say that now. On a small scale, but on a major scale, once you really start seeing it, you're gonna just see massive amount of people leaving America.
Before they lock it down, because they most likely gonna try to do like they doing in Israel right now. You can't leave Israel right now. That land, you can't. They people, because they know it would be a mass exodus. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, and that goes right along with the Revelation, the 18th chapter. It says, "Strong is the Lord that judges her."
Right.
So it's the Lord gonna bring that judgment, man.
Yeah.
Right.
And he has it all set up where, hey, this devil, he's in a trap. Go ahead and grab that, brother.
Oh wait, I got a little bit left on this.
Oh, there's a little bit more.
Yeah, it says and is lifted up even to the sky.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Their sins,
wickedness, man.
Their wickedness is lifted up to the sky. So now what? The judgment is coming down on the hammer. The true hammer is coming down on the hammer of the earth, right? That's why you're broken into sunder, man. You're gonna be.
Now they're gonna be the nail.
Right. Yeah. Now they're gonna be the nail. Yeah. Because that's what they called it. What is that? Operation Midnight Hammer.
Midnight Hammer.
Right. Yeah. So they're showing you who they are. They're the hammer of the earth. Like you said, the Bible is popping right off the page. Yeah. Operation Midnight Hammer. So that's what they're doing. Like I said, 2 birds, 1 stone. That's what they're trying to do ultimately. Mm-hmm. That's their purpose.
So now we're coming into that whole. How is the hammer of the whole earth been broken asunder?
Yeah. Well, I just read that.
Yeah. So that the last of their midnight hammer moment most likely has passed. You know what I mean? Because the world now more than ever is saying, "Art thou become as weak as we?"
Yeah.
You can't beat Iran. Who's been preparing for you for 47 years as the imminent threat? The imminent threat has been preparing for the imminent threat for 47 years.
Right.
Make it make sense. This is Psalm 7, beginning at 7, and it reads.
Start at 9.
Start right at 9?
Yeah.
Come on. It says, Psalms 7 and 9. Oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end.
Right. See, and that's what we want, man. We want this wicked this wicked damn devil to be put down, man. Hey, everything this man does is backwards, upside down. That's why the people are sick. Okay, the people can't afford shit. Everything this man pushes is what for our destruction, man. Ain't nothing good for us. Keep going.
But establish the just.
Right, the just nation are the Israelites, but it begins with the elect.
It says, for the righteous power trieth the hearts and reigns.
Right. The righteous power, Yahweh tries the hearts and reigns. So he understands the intent of the people, whether you're about the Lord or you're not about the Lord. Because 2/3, okay, will perish on this side, man. Okay, where the destruction is going to take place. The Lord's not going to save everybody. He's only going to save those first fruits, man. Okay, those that have been
from the
foundation of the earth.
It says you have followed me through the regeneration. So every time in generation they sought the Lord.
Right.
Whatever generation they came in, they were seeking the Lord. They may not have been perfect at that time, but they were always seeking the Lord.
So
until now we're to the time
yeah.
of perfection. Right now we have the 100% truth.
Right.
So now that perfection is here. Now Yahweh Shai can come. Now the sound went out through the whole entire earth, because the fourth part of the earth is inhabited by the fourth beast. Right, going back into Revelations 20, because it said he should have the four corners of the earth. See, back in the time, the Roman Empire didn't have the four corners of the earth, but the revived Roman Empire has the four parts of the earth.
And that you just said too also puts me in the mind of my sheep hear my voice, and they know it, and they follow me.
Right.
So hey, when he can't, and back in the regeneration, when they hear the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who in turn through Abba Bivens and their heads, King Masha, Arya and Yaikwab, they heard that voice.
Right.
As we heard that voice. Right. And we knew that, hey,
this
voice
is the way
behind you, this is the way. I heard a voice, not a voice in front of you or on the side, behind you. Which meant, hey, you walked down the wrong path for a while.
Yeah, you're going the wrong way.
You know what I mean? But and that voice was basically that shepherd. You know what I mean? Through his men that he put in order and in place. Hey, he called his sheep. You know, and this is basically each regeneration of his people, man. Those that are going to turn around and come back.
Well, the Lord said it in Psalms the 50th chapter. He said it to the psalmist, I will set them in order before thy eyes.
Right.
Woo. You see, this man's being rebuked, okay, by the Lord,
yeah.
but through who? Through the man.
I go real quick with what he said. Okay. It says Revelation chapter 12, Revelation chapter 1 verse 12, and I turned to see the voice that spake with me. And began turning and saw 7 golden candlesticks, and in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with the golden girdle, and his head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if it burned as if it burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters.
Right, is that describing this guy?
Hell no, absolutely not.
And got all you Christians crying to Trump, and he, you mad at Trump for a blasphemy of a blasphemy.
But going to what it says, my sheep hear my voice. That voice behind, he turned to look. That voice behind was Yahweh Shai, right? In the midst of the 7 candlesticks, So I turned and looked to see who's saying it, and he seen Yahweh Shai in the midst of the 7 candlesticks. So showing, you were going the wrong way, but when you turned around and looked back, hey, it's Yahweh Shai. 7 candlesticks representing those 7 churches, right?
Right.
Representing completion.
Revelation the 5th chapter says that those are the 7 spirits that go forth to the earth, man.
Right.
So that's the spirit coming down upon those the hopeful elect in this time, those who have the truth. Okay, beginning with the apostles, okay, the bishops, the elders,
Yep.
and the men on down, man,
Yep.
that are speaking the 100% truth.
And those that came before them.
What?
You know,
Khan,
Abba
of course,
Bivens,
Khan.
you know? Man.
What, you got one, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, bro. Yeah, bring it up. Be loud, be loud.
It's Isaiah chapter 30, verse 21 in the NLT.
Let's start at 20, brother.
Sorry, 20? Okay, God. Though the Lord gave you adversity for food and suffering for drink, he will be, right. He will still be with you to teach you. You will see your teachers with your own eyes.
You got it?
God,
Yeah.
basically, you see your teachers, because Scripture says, that every eye, let's go again. Basically, that, you're gonna see your teachers, preaching on the highways and the byways and the hedges.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it said that even though he gave you it says in King James, the bread of adversity and the water of affliction,
Right.
because that's everything that we've gone through. Even right now to this day, man, all the tribulations, trials that the Lord puts us through. But it said the Lord will still be your teacher.
That's right.
Right? And he's doing it out through his men.
Right. Your eyes shall see your teachers.
Right.
That's right.
They should not be removed in a corner anymore.
That's right. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Was it
That's
the
water,
King
brother.
James? But
The
you
water.
read it in NLT?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, if I did, hey, like the Apostle Gabar always says, what's the best teacher, man?
Adversity.
Adversity. You know what I mean? What words don't teach, adversity will.
Right.
So the Most High, man, he had to teach us through adversity. Because we
Right.
was a hard-headed, stiff-necked, group of people.
You got more on that?
Yeah,
Yep.
you got one.
Yeah.
Here you go, one more verse.
Verse 21, your own ears will hear him.
Right, yeah, there you go.
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah, your own ears will hear. Yeah.
That's right. Right behind you, a voice will say, this is the way you should go, whether to the right or to the left.
Yeah.
Basically, this is the way. Not on your right, not on your left. This is the way, that you should go.
And if the
Right.
voice is behind you, then what does that mean? It means you've been going the wrong way.
That's right.
You know what I mean? You have to turn around, repent, change your ways. You know what I mean? You make the adjustments. The Most High ain't fixing to make the adjustments for you. You have to make the adjustments.
Right.
And you're really only going to be compelled to make those adjustments if you are of that elect.
I got one. Let me get this real quick, bro. Just because the brother said that if words don't teach you, adversity will. Ecclesiastes 17, verse 17. It's a little bit, but I'm gonna read fast. It says, "For in the division of the nations of the whole earth, he set a ruler over every people." It says, "But Israel is the Lord's portion."
Right, right.
So what the Lord's only dealing with his people, the
It's a
Israelites.
lot of his inheritance.
It says, listen, whom being his firstborn, listen, he nourishes with discipline.
Mm.
You see?
What does that say? Nourish.
Nourish, yeah.
So he feeds you with
Right.
discipline. You know what I mean? And that's things you learn the hard way, you never have to learn again. When you just giving everything, it has no
appreciate it.
value
You
to
don't-
it.
you don't appreciate it.
When you have to work hard and bust your knuckles and blood, sweat, and tears to gain something, you're never gonna let nobody just take that from you willy-nilly. You know what I mean? You're gonna hold it. It's gonna be like Golem
You can hold
in the
on to it.
thing, the
Yeah.
precious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's this word. The understanding of this Bible now in this day and age versus
Super
what we
precious.
had prior to this in
Right.
Christianity, this is the precious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My precious.
This
My
is
precious.
the precious.
Yeah.
And what are you going to do? You willing to do whatever you have to do
Keep
to
it.
maintain and to keep it.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Well, let no man take thy crown, as the
Yeah.
scripture says. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what that is. Yeah. Let
Well,
no
scripture
man
says
take
what?
thy crown.
Strive with
Perfection.
no, it says strive unto death,
Strive unto
and the Lord shall be with you. Or
right.
roughly paraphrasing.
Come.
Oh no, the Lord will fight for you.
Fight for you, yeah.
You see? So again, it says, "Whom being his firstborn, he nourishes with discipline, and giving him the light of his love, does not forsake him." So the Lord just said, has the Lord forsaken his people?
God
The Most High
forbid.
forbid, man. It says, "Therefore all their works are as the sun before him, and his eyes are continually upon their ways." You know? The Lord's only dealing with one set of people, man.
Yeah.
The Israelites.
Yeah.
It says, "None of their unrighteous deeds are hid from him,
Right.
but all their sins are before the Lord." Can't hide from the Lord.
Nothing.
No, man, there's going to be a judgment, okay? A righteous judgment for those of the elect, and there's going to be a harsh judgment for those of the wicked, man.
Right.
And that's speaking about the Israelites.
Yeah.
Okay, 2/3 will perish on this side.
Yeah.
The scripture cannot be broken, man. It's going to happen. It says, but the Lord being gracious and knowing his workmanship, see, it's the Lord's workmanship. He's making it happen.
And he's gracious. Gracious.
Yeah. He says, neither left nor forsook them, but spared them.
Right.
You see the Lord sparing, okay, a portion of
Israel.
what he's keeping that grape of the cluster.
Right.
Bro.
Right. Yeah. It says this is Proverbs chapter 9, verse 1. You know, going back a little bit, but it's, you know, because he said about, we were talking about the seven churches or the seven spirits, right? And then and it says Proverbs chapter 9, wisdom have built her house, she have hewn her 7 pillars, right? Going into those 7 churches, which is the 7 spirits, right? She have killed her beast, she have mingled her wine, right? Going into this understanding, right? The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That's this wine that we have, and the Lord's dealing with His people that's have followed Him through the regeneration. We're always seeking for, you know, for the Lord, right? Our ears are always attentive, and we know His voice, and we're seeking after Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, we're part of that number.
Right. It begins with the prophets. Scripture says what? The spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets.
And who was that? Ezekiel, who said, next, I keep hearing a voice, and what is it? I forgot who it was. He said, next time you hear it, say, "Hear my Lord."
Oh yeah, that was for Samuel.
Samuel.
Yeah.
Eli
said that to Samuel.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, come.
And that's basically the position we're in. You're hearing that voice, and you're like, man, hear him, Mike.
Yeah, come. Yeah, because that's pretty much what Isaiah said in Isaiah 6. He said, well, send me. Basically, here I am.
Yeah.
Well, send me.
Yeah.
You know, and that's basically what we send. To be what the because you go to that word apostle, it means to be sent away. So you're saying, go ahead and send me away, and I will be faithful and true, right? I'll be unpersuaded, unmoved. You know, I'm not gonna fall into the ways of the world. I'm not gonna go back into the vomit, right? Right? Called, chosen, and faithful, man. That's what we must be. Called, right? Because you can't decide, you know, Christianity. When I found the Lord, no, you have to be called. Then when you do that, you have to be faithful. And then at the whole end, you have to be chosen. That's right? Because many are called and a few are chosen.
That's right. Speak
right.
of it. You know, basically, because basically you can't just bring yourself into this truth. You know, like the brother's got been saying, you got to be chosen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't just choose yourself. And the Lord got to choose you, right? The scripture says, "You have not chosen me, but I've chosen you." Right?
Fun. It says, she have also furnished her table. She have sent forth her maidens. She crieth upon the high places of the city, right? And that's where we're at.
Right.
Cheap place of concourse. We're in the city, man, in cheap places, right? Crying out, right? With the wisdom, right?
Yeah. Wisdom cried out. Yeah.
Wisdom cried out, yeah.
Right.
But
Go ahead and grab that verse.
It's Ecclesiasticus, known as Sirach, chapter 36, verse 11. Gather all the tribes of Jacob together, and inherit thou them as
a
from
diadem.
Huh?
A diadem. Is it a diadem?
No. It says thou them.
Thou them.
Inherit thou them.
Oh,
them.
thou them.
I'll read over again. Gather all the tribes of Jacob together, and inherit thou them.
Oh,
Thou them.
As from the beginning.
As from the beginning. Keep going.
Verse 12. O Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, have mercy upon the people that is called by thy name.
Right, and that's the Israelites. Keep going.
And upon Israel,
Yeah.
whom thou hast named thy firstborn.
Right. Yeah.
Verse 13. O be merciful unto Jerusalem, thy holy city, the place of thy rest.
Right.
That's the actual land.
That's the land, but also the people. Jerusalem is the place. A people for a place. You got something? Okay. You want to bring it out now, or
I'll wait till he.
Okay.
Verse 14. fill
Zion.
with thy unspeakable you said it, brother?
Oracles.
Oracles,
Mm-hmm.
and thy people
Yeah, that goes
with
back
the
to the understanding.
Understanding.
The wine, right?
Right.
Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Yep.
Right.
Oracles.
and thy people with thy glory.
Right.
Verse 15, give testimony unto those that thou hast possessed from the beginning.
See?
Right.
And who was it with the Lord from the beginning?
Right.
The men, the prophets.
Right.
That's right.
And testimony, give testimony is like what's called memorial to Zion. You give testimony, you're basically saying make a remembrance of them, or make it known, right? That's what the Lord's doing. He's making known a remembrance, putting us back in our state to say that He remembered, and the world is going to have to be back in subjection under the Israelites. You're going to remember that what He says, they should bow and know that I have loved thee.
Right.
Right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And raise up prophets that have been in thy name. Verse 16,
Right.
reward them that wait for thee.
Right.
Ooh.
That's
Thy patience,
Yep.
blessed is thy soul.
Right. And that patience goes into what? Suffering.
That's right.
You know, if the Lord suffered, a servant is not above his master.
That's right.
We got to go through it. Keep going.
And let thy prophets be found faithful.
Right.
See? And let thy prophets be found faithful. See, and that's the spirit of the prophets. It's subject to the prophets. So
Right.
every time the prophets come back, okay, and they bring out this word, man, the
Right.
truth, okay, of what the Lord is actually saying according to the scriptures. You see, and right now we're in a time now where we're at the end where the Lord was just going to leave, His people without a shepherd.
Right.
No, man, the Lord was going to bring forth His word, man.
Well, the Lord said He said, I will send forth a comforter, right?
right.
So that's what the Lord sent forth, the comforter, Spirit lead us. Which that, like what He was reading, that's basically like a prayer that's going to follow, like you said, follow us through all those generations. It's a prayer, and the Lord's constantly always answering that prayer. I mean, and
Yeah.
now we're at that time where it's going to be fully implemented. And that prayer is going to be fully fulfilled, because what? He's going to destroy all those kings. Going back into what we said, all those kingdoms are going to be the kingdoms of our Lord.
Right.
He's gonna own it and run it, man.
Yeah.
He's gonna run the earth perfect. It's gonna have a harmonious sound and vibration. Like it tells you how the trees are gonna sing, the rocks, everything is gonna give a vibration and a praise to Yahweh, man. Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. Right, yeah, man. Yeah, it's gonna be dope, man. The vibration you're gonna feel, you know how sometimes when they tell you wake up on the wrong side of the bed, here you wake up on. That's why it says in the
Both
scriptures,
sides of the wrong side of the bed.
yeah. That's why it says in the scripture says we shall sing upon our beds.
That's right.
Right?
Fine to be at rest.
Every day it's going to be like a vibration. It's going to be good. You're always going to wake up on the right side of the bed to the point that you're singing upon your bed. Right?
Yeah, every day gonna be better than the
the
last
other.
day.
Yeah, man.
I got a precept, brother.
Go ahead.
You want to bring yours out first, brother?
You got a precept, bro?
Yeah,
you did.
yeah.
Let him bring out a precept. And then you get
This
his.
is just one to back up what you read. I'm just actually grabbing the scripture what you said, because I thought it was very powerful in John 15, but I want to start at 13. I'll read quickly. 16 is where I'm at. It says, greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends.
Ooh, that's good for your brother. Yeah, that's really your brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, friend is talking about your brother. Yep. Lay down your life for your friend, which is your brother.
And who do we know did that?
Yahweh Shai.
You know what I mean? And,
Right.
and what did he say? I'll no longer call you servant, but
Friends.
right. So you know what I mean? That's part of that overcoming. It says, ye are my friends if ye do whatsoever I command you. This is why you understand right there, Christians are not friends of the Most High. Nor Yahweh, nor whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus.
Yeah. Don't you, Salaki, brother?
No, go ahead.
Don't you realize that the Lord has set forth His friends to tell you the truth?
Huh?
He brought forth His friends, man.
Yeah. Wow. Man, I was just gonna say too.
Yeah.
He said, if you love me, it's because it's such a simple script, but it's got so much power. If you love me, keep my commandments.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then he reiterates, ye are my friends if ye do whatsoever I command you. So how can you be his friend if you say everything that he commands you is null and void.
Right.
You just have to say, I believe in him.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
I let him in my heart. Jesus Christ. It's electric.
Henceforth, I call you not servant, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth, but I have called you friends. You're doing what he said. Yeah. It says, for all things that I have heard of my Father, I have made known unto you. And this is the point. This is for the brother. Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you.
That's right.
Another cut to you Christians.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because the Lord's been with, his friends have been with them from the beginning.
Right.
Those first spirits that the Lord created
Yeah.
to create everything else.
Right.
See, the Lord revealed all his secrets to his friends, man.
You know?
And right now you have his friends, okay, telling you about the Lord, man. Telling you what he's going to do, what he's done,
Yeah.
okay, and what he's getting ready to do to these nations.
They're telling you to STFU and listen.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you're not going to hear it because you offended. You think you a friend to the Most High. You know, you chose him. You know what I mean?
But
you
you
brought
do
him into your life.
But you do everything backwards.
Right, and anti what he says
Right,
do.
right.
This is why he said there are many antichrists. And
Yeah.
all you Christians are just basically antichrist. Anti-Hamashiach.
Yeah.
You know? And real quick, it says, and ordained you that ye should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name, he will give it you.
Right.
That's it.
Because you're his brother, you're his friend. Right.
Yeah.
Now your prayers can get answered. Yeah.
Yeah, now he's listening.
Listening, yeah.
He's not listening. He says what? The scripture says the Lord heareth not sinners.
Woo.
You see?
Howbeit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Howbeit. You know what I
The
mean?
Lord listen not to sinners.
He ain't even.
Yeah.
He don't.
Yeah, he's there. Nah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear something. I hear you.
Nah.
Not what I want to hear.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Says, I got one real quick. John chapter 20, verse 16. Yahushua said unto her, Mary is turned herself and said unto him, Rabbi, which is to say, Master. Yahushua said unto her, Touch me not, for I am not yet ascended to my Father.
Right.
But go to my brothers,
Yeah. Gone. His friends.
right? Go to my brothers and say unto them, I ascend unto my Father and your Father. Woo-hoo. Hey, he's letting them know that, hey, I'm just going to my Father. I'm ascending back to, he's also your Father.
Hey, can you grab that
Right?
in John 17 where it says, Thou hast loved me as
Says,
God has loved you. As
I
God has loved
ascend
me.
unto my Father and your Father, and to my God and to your God, which is Yahweh, man. Right?
Yeah.
That's you know what I mean? That's showing that's that joint inheritance right there. You know what I mean? When that's your friend, when that's your brother, you're gonna give him a joint inheritance. It's not just my father, it's your father. So now you get to inherit the kingdom of heaven with me. You're not gonna be like the Rothschilds, the Bilderbergs, the DuPonts, the Gettys, the Oppenheimers. You're just having that 1%, and then the rest of the world has to sit in the dust. The rest of the world has. That's why you're gonna sit in the dust.
Yeah.
You're gonna go back to being a Bauer, man.
Yeah.
You're gonna be going back to being that peasant man that you're meant to be, right? You're going back to being a Bauer because hey, you know, hey, like I said, there's no understanding in him, right? There's no wisdom in Teeman, man, right? Like the scriptures say about money is not comely for a niggard, man. The money, the trillions of dollars, it ain't comely for you, man.
No.
You got trillions and trillions of dollars, and you still want to put people in the dust. You still want people to struggle and all these other different things, man. You have the whole world, but it's not enough for you, right? That's why you're gonna be pushing forth this MOTB, because you want even the souls of men, man. Because it's never enough for you. You're as death, man, and you can't be satisfied. So that's why you're gonna be destroyed. He who have dug a ditch shall fall into himself, man. You're gonna fall into the ditch that you built for us, man. Right? That's why all this whole thing is not even working. The whole black Hebrew, black Israelite stuff, all that's not working. Right? That's why you're passing laws saying that no one can speak against you small hatters.
Right.
And it's already basically, pretty much all the states have already said that you can't. There's only about 12 states that said that that's pending. That they're putting a law against being able to speak against you small hatters, man. I think the brother brought that on the WhatsApp, man. So yeah, that's where it's at. Not against America. We can say whatever we want to say about against America, but a foreign entity, we can't say nothing about a foreign country that has jack shit to do with us or do that.
Right. What I see in the chat. What I see in the chat, it shows you who's in charge.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because they literally, we're all the people that's speaking out, you know? We're all of the people, you know, like doing the Roe versus Wade. All those people were just so upset with the unaliving of the baby in the womb.
Right.
Quiet in this regard. Quiet in that regard. Quiet in everything. You know what I mean? When DJ blasphemes a blasphemy, quiet. They got a problem with him portraying himself as Caesar Borgia.
JC, yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's just a blasphemy anyway. So he just blasphemed your blaspheme. And you got a problem with it.
Right.
But you got no problem with the original blasphemy.
Right.
You know? That's not, you know, that ain't the thing with whom the Bible speaks of. You know? Come. So this is John 17, and I'm going to jump. I'm going to hopscotch. Start at 9. 9 and 10, and it reads, I pray for them. I pray not for the world.
See, the Lord said he didn't, and that word right there is cosmos. Speaking about the world of Israel. Hey, that's why 2/3, man, they're not going to make it, man. Yeah. The Lord's only going to deliver those that have been with him from the beginning. Okay, those elect, whoever they may be. Lord willing, we be a part of that number.
But for them which thou hast given me.
Right, speaking about the disciples in that time.
Yeah.
That disciples in that time, the Lord, those that you had given me. Because those were with the Lord, man, at that time.
Right.
Yeah,
For they are
12.
thine.
But remember, he had more than just the 12. He had a lot.
Well,
he had a lot of disciples.
the disciples.
Yeah.
Con.
But hey, again, and I'm reading,
Yeah.
for they are thine.
Right.
Right.
So, hey, it says, and all mine are thine,
Right.
and thine are mine, and I am glorified in them.
Right. Con.
You know?
Con.
So, hey,
Through the
again,
regeneration.
they were Yahweh's, and
beginning.
Yahweh gave them the Yahweh Shai, but they're still Yahweh's. So now they belong to both. You know, those are the ones whom Yahweh Shai
Friends.
became the mediator for, right?
Yeah,
Who's
friends.
friends, who now stands before Yahweh as their lawyer.
Right.
You know what I mean? Defending them, whose sins will not be imputed unto them.
Right. Right.
Because
Right.
we all are full of sin.
Right.
If you were born of Adam, you're full of sin.
Right.
But who are they whose sins will not be imputed unto them?
Yeah, blessed are those
That's
whose
them.
sins not imputed to them, whose sins are forgiven. Psalm
Man.
32, yeah.
Man.
Bro. That's the elect.
Man,
Right.
you know what I mean? Forgiven. But you Christians misinterpret that like I just have to, you know, destroy, and I'm good. No, there's a requirement that comes along with that. You know, to strive for that level of perfection. You're not going to reach it, but at least be trying.
Right, when
you
you
don't
go to that
even
word-
try. You make a lame ass excuse to not try.
Yeah, that the Old Testament's done.
Right,
away
I
with.
can't, so I won't.
Yeah.
What the fuck is
It's
that?
too hard. This, that.
You know?
Yeah, when you go into that word strife, in the Greek, I forget it, but it means to agonize. And you got to agonize, man. It's not easy. Ain't nobody just gonna stroll into the kingdom,
Right.
you know. But brother, it's like
No. Sorry, okay, no, I was just saying that. Yeah, just the point with the like you said, nobody's gonna be able to just get it. You know, you gotta do the law. You can't just say the law is done away with and then not do the things, because those things have to do. That's how you get the whole understanding, based on what I'm saying, of the book. You can't leave one thing out.
Eat the whole
and then
roll.
You got to eat the whole roll in order to get the full. That's all I'm saying.
And that's such a catch-22, because you're not just going to get it, but you're just going to get it. You know what I mean? So you're going to be striving for that, because like the apostles always, you're of the hopeful elect. So in a hopeful position, you're not moving like I'm one of them. I'm golden, even though you might be. You know what I mean?
You don't know.
You don't know. You know? So what are you going to do? You're going to strive to be, you know what I mean? Follow, hey, what did we say earlier? Those that keep my commands. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to strive to keep his commands. You know? Jumping down to 20.
Right.
It says, hopscotching around.
Yeah.
Neither pray I for these alone.
Yeah, the Lord said, I'm not just praying for my disciples at that time, but I'm going to pray for these too.
But for them also which shall believe on me through their word.
See, through their word. See, right now, again, the Lord has set up his men in this time to bring out what? Okay, the Lord was their word, our word.
Well,
but
our teachers were not removed in the court anymore, right? Going back, they taught, their teachers taught them, they came out and taught, and now we're teaching, so maybe someone else is, boom, and now they're, you know what I mean? And it's just growing. It's like, well, it says the size of a mustard seed, right? That nation or that faith, but it also, the nation, that's the size of a mustard seed, and it shall be the largest in the garden, right? The mustard seed. So that's that faith, the faith in Yahweh Bashim Shai, but also as us being a nation that's going to be the largest in the garden, right? Because when he told Abraham, your descendants as numerous as the stars, it proved that we're going to be the largest in the garden. Right. You know what I mean? The garden being the world, right? So we're going to be the largest nation in the world, right?
And even in our present condition, who we are right now.
But it's going to be better when you're large and in charge.
And you know who your people are?
Yeah. That's when it's going to be,
Like many, we don't know each other, you know what I mean? Ephraim doesn't know that Judah is his brother.
Right.
Judah doesn't know, or, like outside of this truth, you know what I mean?
Yeah, outside of the truth.
Tribes aren't aware that you are actually those tribes and those people.
Right.
Are the scattered, the ones, the speckled bird of our people.
Right.
You
And
know what I mean?
even with that, like, like this brother might say, well, I'm probably Judah.
Right.
I might be Issachar, but we may not be.
Right.
It could be something else.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But even the scriptures tell you about how Ephraim and Manasseh still are going to strive against Judah. So like you said, right now, and we ain't talking about those people.
Right.
But for the elect, that's what's going to bring in that inheritance, right?
Yeah.
Joint heirs, yeah.
The house of David culminates of all
All
tribes. Not just Judah.
Yeah.
Got that real quick?
Who said that? Somebody said that.
Yeah.
Judah. Forgot who said that.
It's 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 5. For we preach not, I'll read it again. For we preach not ourselves,
Right.
but Yahweh Shai Mashiach, the Lord, Yahweh Shai Shai, and ourselves, your servants, for Yahweh Shai's sake.
See? Hey, we're here for what? For the sake of this word, for the sake of Yahweh Shai. Okay, for the glory of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, not of ourselves. You see? Keep going.
Go on, verse 6. For Yahweh, who command the light to shine out of darkness, had to shine in our hearts.
Right, meaning in our minds, man. Giving us his truth through the Spirit. Keep going.
To give the light of the knowledge of the glory of Yahweh in the face of Yahweh Shai Mashiach.
Keep going.
Verse 7. But we have this treasure in earthly vessels.
Earthen vessels. You see, hey, we're like the elder Yashawamba says, hey, we're in these costumes. Spying out the land.
Darkness. Yeah.
Hey, we're just vessels that the Lord is using. Hey, we're nobody. Lord willing, we be part of the elect.
Which proves you can't get the light on your own. It says the Lord has to give you shine through you. So you can't go get the light. Oh yeah, I was looking around and I've seen it and I went ahead and He said, Jesus Christ, Yeah. As if that's really doing something for the kingdom. You know what I mean?
Ain't doing nothing.
That ain't doing nothing for the kingdom. That's not bringing in the elect. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That the excellency of the power may be of Yahweh and not of us.
See? Not of us.
The excellency.
Excellency may be of the power, Yahweh, man. Yahweh bought Shimei with Shai. You see? Go ahead. Go back there.
Says, neither pray I for these alone, but for
Right.
them also which shall believe on me through their word.
Right.
Verse 21. That they all may be one, as thou, Father, art in me,
Right.
and I in thee.
You see,
That's my favorite.
and the stupid Christians like to say, well, you said Jesus and God are one.
Right,
And
right.
they're in the
Well,
same
what about us?
mindset. Yeah.
What's that the people are supposed to be
right.
saying, man,
So
we're
we're all God.
And the thing
Oh,
is,
well,
that,
you know,
again,
God.
another
No, with the little G, you know.
Yeah.
and that's another cut on Christians, because if you read it, as it says, that they may be one as thou, Father, art in me, and I in thee. So he's not saying he's
The same
one.
person. Yeah.
Right.
He's saying they're one mindset.
One mindset.
You know what I mean? One thought. If he's thinking it, he's going to be thinking the
He's
same
gonna
thing.
agree. He's
You know
gonna
what I
agree,
mean? You know, it's not saying that they just walking around one unit with multiple spirits in them. No. You know, but you Christians, man, you out of your damn bloody mind. It says that the world may believe that thou hast sent me.
Right.
Right.
There's another cut to that damn stupid ass theory.
Mm.
You know, he sent himself as himself.
Yeah, he prayed to himself.
Right. Save me from this.
The cup, yeah,
that
take the cup away from
myself
me.
sent me to
But
deal
then I
with.
prayed 3 times and myself
Right.
said no.
Oh, he must
Right.
have
I guess I'm
been
okay.
he must have been looking into a
Myself.
river.
Right.
So
you know?
seeing his reflection.
You know, save me from the thing that I sent myself to go do.
Right, don't make no sense. Yeah, that definitely
Doesn't make sense.
because that
You know?
yeah.
He
Right.
sent him to die for the salvation of his people,
Right.
but
I got one.
can you
Yeah.
change?
You got a little bit.
Let me finish.
Oh no, I
this.
got no. Just something real quick because this goes into that the excellency that he read. Just a definition real quick.
Okay.
It says the excellency is a title of honor used for high-ranking officers.
And who's the highest ranking officer?
Yeah, Yahweh Shah.
Oh, Yahweh.
Yahweh, Yahweh, yeah, well, Yahweh,
Yeah.
yeah, Yahweh Shah, yeah,
I was not in that office.
yeah, Yahweh.
Well,
Shah.
you know, he's the, you know,
Yeah, he's the highest ranker, but yeah, Yahweh Shai,
Most
yeah,
High.
King David.
You're not called the Most High for nothing.
Yeah, the most. Yeah, he's the most high. Yeah, the most high.
And
Yahweh
everything
Shai,
under him is
King
rank.
David.
He,
Yeah, yeah.
he sets the rank for
Right, yeah,
everything
yeah,
else.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, all right, you gonna be commanding general.
Nah.
Hey, but he gave him that. You know what I mean? You gonna call yourself commanding general? You know, of the blacks. You know what I mean?
It says,
You know, the niggas for. Cause ain't that what they call themselves?
Something like that.
nigga university.
Yeah, nigga university.
My mom was,
You know
this
what I
mom
mean?
just calls it NWA.
Right. Niggas with attitude, yeah. You know?
Yeah, it says
Vanity, man.
ranking officers like ambassadors.
Right.
Basically going to. That's what the Lord is making us.
Yeah.
And so each, as he said,
Representative.
representative. Yeah, he said, and his excellency should be of our excellence should be of him, of the
Right.
Most High, of
Right.
Yahweh Shemel Shai. So he's given us a rank as ambassadors, right? So yeah,
Yeah,
that was it.
no, that's heavy.
Verse 22. And the glory which thou gavest me, I have given them, that they may be
Right.
one, even as we are one.
Right. So yeah.
So now we're God. We're God.
Yeah, we're all Most High.
We're
Most
all
High.
Most High.
No, man, no.
No.
Yeah, we no longer think like Christians. We no longer interpret the scriptures according to what you people. Now we're seeing it according to the way the prophets, the apostles, the elders, and Yahweh Shai through Yahweh have shown that this should be broke down. We look at it now in the same mindset. You know what I mean? Now this word can be the wisdom and stability of our time.
Right.
now we can understand what's coming to pass. When we see these wars and rumors of wars
Right.
and these different things
You're not
transpire,
disturbed.
we're
You're not all
right,
scared.
right. We're not blown to and forth like a reed in the wind. Now there's a stability there.
What's that scripture say? Make not haste in the time of trouble.
Right.
So we're not. Yeah, it looks like trouble, but if you just go do it, hey, you might end up getting yourself. That right there, you might get you out, be in the spiritual world because you're moving in haste when you don't need to.
Yeah.
You got to move with things, and not to mention you should be praying to the Lord. I got one for you.
Man,
You done with
pray
that?
all, no,
Just
no,
a little
no,
more.
just
A little bit more.
more.
Okay, I got something to go with what you were saying.
It says,
Just a quick one.
the dumbest. Okay, verse 23. I in them,
Right.
Right.
and thou in me,
Right.
that they may be made perfect in one,
Ooh.
and that
That's
the
it.
world may know that thou hast sent me and hast loved them.
Right. That's the point. He has loved them. Who? The
Right.
elect.
Yeah, and that proves it. That's why we said they should not be accounted for sin. You would have to be forgiven of your sin, because all of us have sinned,
Oh yeah.
like you said. But the Lord is basically going to now account our sins. Was the one that says he said he should
Cast them to the
cast
sea.
into the sea? Yeah, you're gonna cast
Right.
it. Yeah, you know exactly what. Yeah, you're gonna take it and cast it into the sea. The sea of forgottenness.
Yeah.
man.
Not gonna
You're not gonna remember it anymore. Yeah.
Hey,
So that's the only way you can be perfect. Because other than that, you can't be joined to Him because you can't be perfect. You have to be perfect to
Perfect,
be joined.
yeah.
Perfection to be
Perfect.
joined unto Him.
perfect in the spirit.
Very right. Perfect in the spirit. Yeah.
The flesh now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this part puts me in the mindset of this is my beloved son. It says, in whom I am well pleased, but listen to what he says.
It's heavy.
And hast loved them as thou hast loved me.
So it's the same love
Man.
that Yahweh loved Yahweh Shai, he
Love.
loves his elect.
Man,
That's heavy.
that's
Yeah. But that's before, because it says go to Revelation before the foundations
Well,
of the world.
keep going. Keep
Okay,
going.
yeah,
Keep going.
yeah,
Keep
yeah,
going.
yeah.
Come on, verse.
It says, verse 24, Father, I will that they also, whom thou hast given me,
Right.
be with me where I am, that they may behold my glory, which thou hast given me,
Listen.
and thou lovest me before the foundation of the world.
Right.
That's heavy,
Done.
man.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
For the foundation of the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That's speaking about the Yahweh Shai's friends.
Man, because he's going to love them the same way he loves him.
Going to that order which you were saying, because then once you know you're dealing with the Christian, anti-Christian mind, really.
Right,
Because
right.
you're anti-Christian,
Christos.
anti-Hamashiachim, right? It says 1 Corinthians 11:3, but I would have ye know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of every woman is the man. That's right.
Yeah.
For you women out there rebellious, the man is the head, right? And the head, right? Here we go, because it's proven that they can't be the same people. And the head of Hamashiach is the Most High Yahweh.
Right. Right.
So they can't be the same people.
Well, even Yahweh Shai in the book of Revelation, where it says, and temple of my God.
Right.
Right?
Make them a pillar in the temple of my
So,
God.
hey, so Yahweh Shai has a power.
Right?
He answers to somebody.
What?
See?
I just read. I go back to my Father,
Right.
back to our Father. I go back to my God, back to our God.
Christians just
Come
don't
on.
want to believe the scriptures.
No.
If the Most High is the Ancient of Days and Yahweh Shai is Alpha and Omega, well, Alpha and Omega is beginning and end.
Right. So you have a beginning.
And the Most High has no beginning
No,
and no end.
Definitely
Right.
no
It says,
end.
it says in Job, 36, it says his days cannot be searched out.
Right.
Yahweh.
Yeah.
Man,
Right.
man,
Man.
you know, Yahweh Shai was the first spirit created, and
Right.
through him,
Everything else. is
everything
created.
else, including
The
those
elect.
spirits.
His friends.
His friends.
Right.
Right. Yeah. The elect.
You know what I mean?
The ones
Yeah.
that help him create
Right.
the world. They're the ones who help him
Right.
create the world. Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't think his friends would be bringing you the truth?
Right.
Telling you who this man is and what's getting ready to happen to him?
Right,
Of course they would.
right. Telling you to get ready.
Huh?
You know what I mean? Salvation draweth nigh.
Yeah.
Look up, for your salvation is nearer than when you first believed.
Right.
You don't think they be?
Hey, so go back. If this brother's got to preach, go back to that Psalm 7.
Oh, sure.
7 and...
Yeah, going back to this man's in a trap, man. He's in a snare, and his secrets are given what? To the friends of the Lord, man. And his friends are giving you, okay, this truth, man. The 100% truth of what the scriptures really are talking about. Okay, with this man's not going to get passed by in his judgment. He's going to receive a judgment, okay, that's going to come upon him.
So you want me to jump in back at 9 again or jump lower?
Well, I think he left off at where it
10?
says, yeah, 10.
So Psalm 7 and 10,
Right,
it says, my defense is of the Most High,
right,
which saveth the upright in heart.
right. Those who have the right spirit in them, man, the right mindset. Okay, right now that's the whole full elect. Keep going.
The Most High judgeth the righteous, and the Most High is angry with the wicked every day.
You see that? Hey, the Lord's not pleased with those that are working in wicked works.
Wait, he loves the wicked and he hates the sin. He
Yeah.
hates the sin. He loves the sinner, but he hates the sin.
Yeah. Okay.
It says, verse 12, if he turn not, he will whet his sword.
Means he's gonna sharpen it. Keep
Yeah,
going.
W-H-E-T. He hath bent his bow
Right.
and made it ready.
Right. Bent his bow. Okay. Those silos, they belong to the Lord, man.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's getting ready, hey, to use them. They're not gonna just sit there, for show.
And if you've ever seen an expert archer, man, hey, when they pull that back,
You can see the
that thing got to
tension
get
and everything.
released, man. You know what I mean? That thing's gonna fly. You know, as soon as he gets his target in alignment.
Hmm.
You know,
And the Lord has his target. Hey, it's in alignment.
multiple targets, boy. But his main target is
Yeah.
right here in Babylon, aka America. Look, yeah. It says, if he turn not, he will whet his sword. He hath bent his bow and made it ready. He hath also prepared for him the instruments of death.
Ooh, what are those instruments of death? That's the missiles, man.
It says he ordaineth his arrows against the persecutors.
Yeah, hey, those are the weapons of the Lord's indignation. Hey, they're getting ready. Hey, they're getting ready to be shot off.
It says, behold, he travaileth with iniquity
Yeah,
and hath conceived mischief and brought forth falsehood.
right. Speaking about Esau, man, this is what he's done. He travails in iniquity and he brings forth falsehoods. Okay, everything that he pushes is lies, deception. Keep going, bro.
Verse 15,
I think here's the point.
he made a pit
Yeah,
and digged it and is fallen into the ditch
Yeah.
which he made.
Beautiful.
Right.
Yeah, that's Esau. Man.
Hey, that's beautiful too.
Yeah, that's no understanding.
He dug his own
Yeah.
goddamn
Yeah.
pit.
yeah.
Dug his own grave.
His own
Because
grave.
it says
Yeah.
the grave is moved at that coming,
Right.
right? So he's
Yeah, 14.
Yeah. Hey, look, it's moved at his coming. Look, he's digging it, and it's moving, and he's gonna fall right into his own grave. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's moved at his coming. He's the one digging it. All the ground that's being moved out. You know, what's it called? Excavating. It's being moved out. The dirt. And he's gonna fall into his own grave.
You know,
It's
hey,
moved at his coming.
and he's the modern day Haman Malone. You know, he had the gallows built. You know what I mean? But I'm not. I mean Haman.
Yeah, but that is
I meant that too.
Yeah,
It's a twofold statement, but it was inadvertent. But essentially, the same thing Haman did.
It was
He had
him.
the gallows already built. He was already conspiring. He had his plans on what he was going to do.
Right.
And then all of a sudden it got thwarted, and he was the one on his own
On the
gallows.
Yeah.
You
And
know
his
what I
son,
mean?
and his sons.
Yeah.
And his wife.
Yeah.
His whole family.
The whole perpetrating ass crew.
whole kid and caboodle.
Come on. It says,
The dog. It said dogs could pass me, right?
Mm-hmm.
The whole kid and caboodle. Yeah.
his mischief shall return upon his own head,
See?
and his violent dealings shall come down upon his own pate.
Yeah, his violent dealings, man, it's gonna come down upon him. You got that now? Go ahead and grab that. You're right there. Psalm 140. Real
This,
quick. Oh, you got one?
I got one.
Okay. Well, let it up there real quick.
This is book of Psalms 140 and verse 1. Deliver me, O Lord,
Yeah.
from the evil man.
From the evil man.
Preserve me from the violent man.
Right. Who is that? Okay,
Well,
whose
yeah,
track
he's fine.
record proves,
He's
okay,
fine.
that this is the man?
Especially America,
Is this the man?
right? Especially America, because,
Especially America.
because it's the youngest country on the planet Earth, but they've had the fewest years of peace.
Yeah. They
Right.
Like 90-95% of the time.
Time they're
they're
at war, right?
And you know he's a bully because, hey, like you said, he's the youngest country. And when you look at Iran, which is Persia, and they tell you that civilization is like 2,500 years,
Yeah,
but he has the
back.
audacity to go over them and tell them how they should conduct themselves,
Yeah.
how they should deal.
If anything, he should be going to them and asking them,
Yeah.
because they're
Taking some
they're
goddamn
older
advice.
with some
Yeah,
wisdom.
take
Yeah.
some notes.
ignorant
Take some
cuss,
notes. Yeah.
you know. But that's how arrogant and proud he is.
Right.
He thinks he knows. He's the father
Daddy
knows
knows
best.
best. Yeah.
Jackass.
This is Psalms 140 and verse 1 again. Deliver me, O Lord, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man, which imagine mischief
Yeah.
in their heart.
Yeah, in their
Right.
mind,
That's
man.
what they do.
This is what they do. This should be our prayer,
That's
man.
all they do. Because they can't go to sleep.
What the subheading
And they
says?
said they can't go to sleep.
Yeah, it's a prayer.
And they can't go to sleep unless they call someone to fall. So,
Right.
hey, that's all he does.
That's all he
It's
does.
just mischief.
Mischief. What's the subheading say?
David prays for deliverance from evil men.
Right? Yeah.
Verse 2. Which imagine mischief in their heart continually are they gathered together for war.
For war. That's all they know. They don't know nothing else.
Right.
Verse 3. They have sharpened their tongues like a serpent.
Right.
Mm.
Hey, it's because it's
Yeah,
that
they
same.
wet their that's the sword.
Yeah, it's the
The
same.
Lord, that was the Lord. Though.
Yeah, it was the Lord. No, that's what they do.
This is what they do.
Just
too.
that same serpent that was where in the garden, man. That soothsayer. Okay, that warlock. Keep going.
Right.
Adders, poison is under their lips.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Adder's poison under the lips.
Yeah,
Their
'cause
lies.
Yeah, because when you go into that word in the blue letter, adder is a cobra.
Yeah.
It's a cobra.
It's a poisonous snake.
And cobras are highly more like one of the most poisonous snakes
Venomous,
that's out
yeah.
there, most venomous out there. So they're cobra. Yeah.
Yep.
Adam.
The adder.
Adam.
Okay.
Yeah.
Verse 4. Keep me, O Lord, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent men
Right.
who have proposed to overthrow my goings.
Right, going right back to what did Esau say? And then I will slay my brother Jacob. And this has been their mindset from the beginning. It hasn't changed. You see? That's good on that. That's good. And it's just
I just got a quick one to go along with that. This is back in Psalms 58 and 1 to the chief musician, Alta Shismith, Mactin of David. Do ye indeed speak righteousness, O congregation?
Yeah.
Do ye judge uprightly, O ye sons of men? Yea, in heart ye work wickedness, ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. You know, and basically that's what this devil does.
Yeah.
He weighs his capital in violence. You know what I mean? His first thought is always to bring violence to bear on somebody to achieve what he wants. You know, in order to take, he always has to introduce violence. And this is why this devil's slogan is peace through war. You know what I mean? Who else but a devil would come up with something as asinine as peace through war?
Right.
You know what I mean? Unless you're using war to take somebody's possessions.
Right. I got two real quick. This is Revelations chapter 13, verse 8. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, who names are not written in the book of life, right? And that's going into Esau. A lot of these people are worshiping Esau. They're worshiping the ones whose name is not written in the book of life. A lot of these people are going to take that microseed. They're going to start worshiping him. That name is not written in the book of life. And of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. That's what I'm going to. Basically, from the foundation of the world, the Lamb was slain, which are really to save what? The elect.
The elect.
So the 2/3 are, and all the other people are going to get that. They're going to get that microseed. They're going to worship the beast. They're going to worship all those. That's why it says the names. Whose names? When you go into Revelation 13, it says names. His name, the name of what's it? The name of his, the number of his name.
Oh, okay.
The number of, oh, it's right here. It says Revelation 13 and 15. It says, and he had, no wait, I'm gonna do, is it 16? Or is it 15?
I'm not sure.
Was it Salakia, y'all? Yeah, should be. I'll just read through the. No, I'll just go. Yes, it says, he called it both all small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark
17, man.
in his right hand or in their forehead,
Right.
right, that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark,
Right. The chip.
right, or the name of the beast, right? So name, because it said names, right? The name of the beast or the number of his name, right? So that's those are names plural, right? So that's going into what? Those names, whose names are not written in the book of life, right? Whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain before the foundation of the world. Yahweh Shai, it was slain to make sure, going back until it says, before the foundation of the world, who was with him?
Right.
The elect, right?
Mhm.
The elect was there. So, and then I got one more real quick, because we went into the thing. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 13. For strong is his right hand, which goes back to Yahweh Shai, that bendeth the bow, right? Because you're talking about that archer, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? That bendeth the bow, his arrows that he shoot are sharp, right?
Yeah.
So he wet them, right?
Right.
Yeah, they're sharp.
Sharp. Yeah, they're not gonna miss.
They're not going to miss. And shall not miss.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. God.
When they begin to be shot into the ends of the world, right?
Yeah. And where's the ends of the world?
Right.
Right here.
America,
The
yeah.
fourth part of
Well,
the world. The ends of the
Well,
earth.
well, America, and then Russia's the end of the world that way. So missiles are going to be shot from America to Russia, and from Russia to America, and then everybody's going to shoot to America. But America's going to shoot everything's going to go off.
Yeah.
Hit Russia, hit China, hit some of these other places.
Yeah.
Oh shit! There's a such thing as blowback in the hood.
Broke back mountain.
Yeah, they were. Two
Oh,
dudes are
man.
holding hands. They got cowboy hats
Nasty.
and holding
Oh, my
hands.
God. See, that's why.
Two dudes with
that's,
cowboy hats holding hands. Hey, man,
That's
I thought I'd never see that
You
shit.
can't make
boy.
this shit up.
He came and broke back mountain for real, bro. Damn.
just for that alone, man, this place should be destroyed.
Yeah.
But the Lord has many, yeah, you know, he
They
has
broke a lot of laws, a lot of rules. Yeah,
many charges upon his place, man. What we at? What you got? Got anything? Grab, no, let's grab one more. We'll close out. Grab, brother, grab, was that Isaiah 27:1? Where the Lord gonna bring that Leviathan, that crooked serpent. We'll close out with that. Well, you can bring it out, brother. Yeah, go ahead and bring it out. Yeah, because it's going into what? It's violent, man. Keep it. Go ahead and grab it.
The Psalm 73 and verse 6. Therefore, pride compasseth them
Right, they're proud, very proud. Keep going.
about as a chain,
Right.
violence covered them as a garment.
Ooh, they wear violence like they're wearing clothes, man.
They proud of it.
Yeah, and they're proud of it.
When when he went down into Venezuela,
No, go
when
ahead,
he
bro.
went down
Go
into
into it.
Venezuela against a defenseless group of people and kidnapped their leader and murdered hundreds of people, because you know they don't really talk about that, but they went down, they slaughtered a gang of folks in that event. You know what I mean? He was extra crazy proud of his achievement.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Flexing.
So, yeah. And then when these tiny tots, when they go into Lebanon and murder people at a funeral, and then blow up the cemetery, blow up the cemetery possession. You know what I mean? They're crazy proud of that. In all aspects, they are just, you know, covered in pride.
Right.
For when they do things and do violence. You know what I mean? They wear that pride with pride.
Yeah, another reason why they didn't beat Iran like that, they didn't use the weapons that they used on Venezuela as they on Iran like they did in Venezuela. Because they used those microwave guns when they went to Venezuela.
Yeah.
They didn't do any of that when they went to Iran.
They weren't
So
capable of it. That's
Well,
why.
Well, they could have did it,
Iran-
but they just didn't do it.
Well,
They,
showing
it's a
you, too,
it's a
that their
purpose.
purpose,
It's
yeah,
a purpose
is
behind
different.
what they're trying to do. Yeah. So that's why they didn't do it, because they could wipe Iran off the map. Like they got some weapons, but they just didn't do it. You know what I mean? So it's a purpose behind it. That's what I was just showing. When we're reading that thing, they're making a lot of money off the stock market.
Mm-hmm.
They need to stay there. Plus, like I said, it's twofold, two stones,
Right.
right? Right?
Shalom.
Because they gotta close in that desert because it's unchecked. So they gotta bring in the MOTB, and then on the other thing is they gotta say that they fulfill the promised land from the Red Sea to the Euphrates. So it's gonna be like I said, it's gonna be two birds, one stone.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what that is. You know.
That's good on
That's
that.
good, right?
But yeah, of course they're that violent. They
going into the body.
you know, because they even brag about being like that with Jake. You know, you make it to be where it's illegal for Jake to have a gun, but then you brag about how many times you shot this man up that had no weapons on him. You know, they shot him 57 times
In the back.
and then in the back on top of it, and they brag about how they done these things. They go to different countries and brag about the way they've destroyed these countries.
Right.
And when, you're going against countries that throw rocks and sticks at tanks,
Yeah.
but then you know you're this big bad, you know.
You're a sniper sitting back off in the middle of a hiding spot blowing little kids' brains out.
Right.
You know what I mean? When
Yeah, and then they were tricking them too. They were telling them, "Here's the food," and when they go get to the food, that's when they were sniping them.
Yeah, they had drones with the sounds of crying babies. You know what I mean?
It's just using their deception.
Yeah.
They're good at that. That's what they were made to be, man. The wicked was bringing forth this deceit, man. They said they should go out and deceive the world. Okay, once they come out of those caves,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, they did that.
That's
They
what they
definitely
did.
did
That's-
that,
they-
yeah.
They've been good at it.
Lightning
Good at it.
efficiency to say.
The brother got a precept, then we can close out with that.
Okay.
With that, Isaiah 57, 27.
This is Daniel chapter 2 and verse 44. And in the days of these kings shall Yahweh of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed,
Right. That's right.
and the kingdom shall not be left to other people.
That's
Right. It's only going to be for the Israelites.
That's
In
right.
the days of these kings.
That's right.
These pagan Gentile rulerships, man,
right.
which we're in now.
God.
And we're in that second leg, that second wave of that Roman Empire.
That's being taken. Because guess what? It's a thing in the world. They say you're only standing on one leg.
Oh, yeah.
You only got one leg to
You got
stand
a leg
upon.
to stand
You got a
on,
leg,
yeah.
leg to stand on, right? So
Yeah.
that's where they're at. They're on the time where even that one leg, they can't even stand on it. It's getting moved. And the Lord taking the proverbial rug off from underneath their feet, right?
God. But it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms.
See,
Right.
all these kingdoms, like we brought out earlier, he's going to have all these crowns upon his head, man.
That's right.
That's symbolizing, okay, that all these nations are going to go down, man.
Was that that's in Daniel?
Yes, and that.
Okay.
And it shall stand forever.
Ooh, you can speak on
You know, so basically, you know, our kingdom, you know, which kingdom, you know, is only gonna be for the Israelites, right? You know, but you know, Esau, Edom, and the other nations, they had their chance to rule. You know, so the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai, he's fair,
Yeah.
right?
They can't say that he wasn't fair.
That's
No,
right,
he's fair.
that's right.
But they ruled what? In wickedness.
Wickedness, yeah.
And who's ruled in the most wicked way?
Esau Edom.
Esau Edom.
That's right.
And you got to remember too, when as the Most High told Jacob, I will make you a nation and a company of nations.
Right.
So Israel is literally a company of nations
Right.
that make one massive nation.
Right.
You know?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, then also the scripture, when we go into Daniel, it says that it talks about that all men should know that they themselves are but beasts.
Right.
See, without Yahweh Bashim Shai, at the head of it, you are just but beasts. Even we were. When our kings went off, we were just beasts. That's why the Lord had to put us out and spill us out the land.
Yeah.
We're just beasts. But this time we're going to show you that we're more than just a beast system.
Yeah.
Right? We're not beastly men. We're not doing the things whatever our soul or our body desire. You're just gonna just jump and do whatever you want to do. You're just gonna here this guy's worshiping this. Okay, I'm gonna go over and worship this, and I'm gonna put up this guy. You know, like Solomon did at his last thing. He just started putting up all this. Like, what purpose is that? It didn't serve any real purpose besides just doing it because you could. Well, guess what? You can't. The Lord's coming to put everything in order, man. You ain't gonna be no serving other gods and doing all the other stuff.
And that
right?
too was vanity and vexation of
Spirit, right?
But hey, when you said the beast, the Most High even made that actual manifest in King Nebuchadnezzar,
Right.
who he literally turned him into a beast, grew talons like claws on his hands, and had him out there eating grass like a regular oxen in the field. You know what I mean? Well, he grew nails like talons. I don't mean he grew talons. I mean his nails grew out
real long.
like you know what I mean? And had him out there,
Like an animal.
chewing his cud. You know?
Yeah.
And then basically, hey, when the time was allotted, he brought him back to his
mind,
wisdom.
remembrance,
You
yeah.
know?
And then
that's
he praised the Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Truly,
Then he knew.
Hey, and that's what's going to happen. All of you get brought there. You're going to truly know that there's a God.
Yeah.
You should know there's a prophet among you, but then also you're going to know there's a true God.
Yeah,
There's a true
yeah.
living power.
Yeah, and that madness you've been on was just folly. So, you ready?
Yeah, we'll grab that
So
one.
this is Isaiah 27:1, and it reads, "In that day,
That day.
Yahweh, with his sword and great and strong sword."
Yeah, he's going to use Yahweh Shai come as that swords come with these swords.
Yeah.
Okay, the missiles and chariots, man.
Shall punish Leviathan.
Right, it's not speaking about the
actual Leviathan,
the Leviathan
the sea.
in the sea. No,
I'm talking about Esau.
yeah,
Who has control of the sea, whose military navy patrols the seas. You know what I mean? Who has the largest fleet? You know, he ain't saying the greatest anymore. He just has the largest. He has the largest military budget. He has the largest, but he's being shown now that all of these great devices are of naught. With the new style of asymmetric warfare, you bring that cruiser in close enough, or you bring that damn rolling city in close enough, and they hit it with a missile, and it'd be rendered a $1 billion toy rendered nothing. You know what I mean? Then you gotta automatically go to the nuclear option. You know, it says.
Well, they got stuff before that. They still got their laser weapons. Like I said, they still got the microwave. They're gonna pull those out before they get to that.
But Iran, you know, and I get it, but Iran ain't on Venezuela level.
No.
They men is ready to get at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
they've been preparing for America.
But they don't got the laser.
Yeah.
Like that's gonna be, like I said, the real fight is between China.
Right.
Right now, that's what that whole thing is. It's just like a proxy for China.
And
That's when
how
you're gonna see the
close-
real war, because China got laser weapons.
But
China got those
you
things. So
don't think
once
they
they get to
giving them
pulling
that
out them, China, that's gonna be the real fight. When you see America shooting laser, China shooting laser, yeah, that's a whole another level.
But they giving it to look at the proximity of Iran and China. And that Belt and Road Initiative, that's a lot of that shit that America's bombing over there has been that China, the stuff that China brought in, all of those resources and the projects that China,
It's
America has
eventually-
been bombing the shit out of that. But
It's
you know
eventually
they've
gonna
been
bring
bringing
China
it
in. Yeah, it's
they've been
eventually-
bringing all kind of resources into Iran to get them souped up so that they can put up because basically it's like they say, all you need to do is see the blood. When these other nations see the blood in the water, that
Like sharks,
American,
it's like sharks,
then the sharks is gonna,
swim,
yeah.
Circle.
And basically,
Circle.
hey, Iran is showing that America can bleed, And that saying is when you can make a god bleed. You know what I mean?
It's like that Russian and Rocky
Lord,
Horror.
God.
yeah,
Yeah, 'cause it's
Russian Rocky
from
Horror.
the one from
300.
Iron Man.
No, but even in Rocky, remember
Oh, yeah.
he cut the Russian?
Yeah.
He was like indestructible.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
Rocky hit him, cut him.
Made him bleed. And
Bleed.
they're like, okay, you can be
Yeah.
defeated. And
right.
that's what America, because America has portrayed itself as a god on earth. You know what I mean? An indestructible juggernaut. But now the world is seeing through the Iranians, no, you're not. You've only been telling us how great you are.
Yeah.
You've never really proved it, and you haven't proved it since Iran. And you went into the Second World War after the Russians had bloodshed and tears in order to get that victory, and you came in and mopped up a little bit and said it was all you. And that's when you begin to build your, you know what I mean? I'm the greatest bull crap, but you've never really been the greatest. You've just been the big blowhard on the block. Tells the world you're the greatest. Without ever, the same way you told the world, land of the free, home of the brave. Who the fuck are those people in chains in the back over there?
Yeah.
Just cover that up. Don't let them see it. You know what I mean? That's what you've always been. You're a liar, a cheat, and hypocrisy is your middle name. It says, the piercing serpent, even Leviathan, that crooked serpent.
Right.
And what are you known as?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That which is crooked cannot be made straight.
That piercing serpent. too.
Right.
What's he want to do? He wants to pierce you with that.
Microcia.
Or his missiles. You know what I mean?
Or the jump shot.
Or his bullets.
Yeah.
Some
Well,
weapon
yeah,
he wants to
yeah,
run
yeah,
through
He
with.
going, yeah. He
You
go
know?
all, he be here all day.
Well,
The violent man, like you said. the
Yeah,
violent.
going back to you guys started off the beast, but even the psalmist Asaph said, I was foolish and ignorant like a beast before these. But then he said, but before that he said what? Until I went into the sanctuary of the Lord, then I understood their latter end. Okay, which is going to be the downfall of this wicked ass kingdom, man.
Because even the one of them apostles marveled at this place
Yeah,
when he
John.
saw it. Yeah.
John.
Yeah.
Revelator.
John the Revelator.
Like, ooh, wow, look at this whore.
And you said, well, why you marveling
This
for?
nasty bitch.
And he did. He saw that woman. He saw a woman, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like Neo.
That-
It was like Neo
yeah,
when he
yeah,
seen
yeah.
that red dress,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then he turned, and it was the agent.
Agent.
Yeah, that's this place.
Man, that's
it's just the
perfect
agent.
metaphor,
Yeah, it's
You know?
the smith. It's the smith that burneth the coal, and that's what's really coming. The destruction. Was it supposed to be? He's the son of perdition, right? Yeah.
Wants the destruction.
Yeah, he's going to get the destruction, right? The Lord created the smith to blow the coal, which is the missiles, right?
And the ways for to destroy.
Because they showed that in the Matrix, in the movie, when the Smith came in, he drove. I believe it's the second Matrix, and he drives in, and it says IS, then it says 54, and I think 17, or not 17, but 16.
Oh, okay.
When he drives in
Yeah,
the movie, he's showing you
that's
that.
scripture.
Yeah, that's
Isaiah 54:16.
16, yeah.
Yeah.
And they show you that, and then the agent is Agent Smith. Remember, because he wants to destroy the whole entire thing. So when you go into that, he represents the missiles. He represents Agent Smith represents the missiles.
And that's crazy because in the next one, it's thousands of them. When he begins to
Right. He's fighting them in that thing. Yeah. It's a bunch of them. Oh, that's the one, the same one.
Okay.
I think it's on that same one where you come in and the Agent Smith drives into that thing. That scene he drives in. If you look at the license plate, it has the Isaiah 54 and 16.
Oh, wow.
When he
I
drives
gotta
in,
look
and then
at
it has
it.
all. Then like you said, yeah, and that same part later on because that's when he sends them that intercom and said, "You freed me." Yeah. So basically, yeah, and that's when he can multiply himself, which just like you said, like the missiles. He represents the Smith represents those missiles.
Yeah,
200 million missiles. Yeah.
Yeah, and I heard the number of them. 20 billion, man.
Yeah, coming. Hey, their missiles gonna be like Eddie Murphy, coming to America.
Right.
Two.
Two.
It says, and he shall slay the dragon that is in the sea.
Yeah.
And that goes into the American Navy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like I was saying earlier, we have the biggest Navy. Not the baddest, but the biggest. You know what I mean? So we can project power anywhere in the world in hours, days, you know what I mean? Quickly.
Yeah.
But that power is beginning to diminish because he's asking other nations to bring their warships in to open up a little itty bitty Strait of Hormuz.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. And that sea also represents the people. The midst of the people, man. So, hey, man. Hey, so everybody got anything else? So that's it. You know, Lord willing, this lesson with edifying. I'm going to close out and give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rekakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of the great millstone, in which I learned this truth. But what we learned is truth. Peace and blessings to the house of David, doing his work with all righteousness, truth, and sincerity. And then we're going to say shalom to the whole full elect.
Shalom, shalom. The Bible Ball. Kwame Yasharala, Kwame Yasharala.
Soon and
Kwame
very
Yasharala.
soon.
Soon and very soon. Kwame Yasharala.
Come to